let's talk about forgiveness today, but probably not in the way you're used to thinking about it. We're not going to treat it like some obligation or something you owe another person. Instead, we're going to explore what it means to see forgiveness as a personal act of just setting down a really heavy weight you might not have even realized you've been carrying. Just let that sink in for a second. This quote, it really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It taps into that feeling we all have of carrying around past hurts or frustrations. And honestly, that's what we're here to do today, to finally learn how, in a really practical way, to start setting some of that stuff down.
I mean, it makes sense why we hold on so tightly. Sometimes resentment feels like a shield, right? Anger can feel so clear and powerful, and blame can feel like solid ground when the only other choice feels like falling apart. These feelings absolutely serve a purpose. But over time, the very thing that felt like protection can start to feel like a prison.
Okay, so this slide is huge because it just demolishes the biggest myths about forgiveness. We think it's about excusing what happened, but it's not. It's about finally acknowledging what it cost you. We're told it's some kind of gift for the other person, but this reframe flips that completely. It's about reclaiming your own energy. And it is definitely not about forgetting. It's about choosing to stop paying for something that happened in the past with your peace today.
And that leads us right into this really transformative idea. What if forgiveness has almost nothing to do with other people and everything to do with you? What if it's not about giving in, but about taking your power back?
So here it is. This is the definition we're working with. Forgiveness is a boundary. It's you drawing a line in the sand. It's you saying, my energy, my focus, my life right now is way too valuable to be drained by something that's already over. It's really an act of reclaiming yourself. All right, let's just pause here for a second. Together, I want you to just take one deep breath in and out. And as you do, just gently check in with your body. Where are you holding on? Is your jaw clenched? Is there a tightness in your chest or your shoulders? Maybe a little knot in your stomach? Just notice it. No judgment. And as you're noticing that tension, just gently ask yourself this question. What am I still gripping? You don't need some huge, life-changing answer. Just see what bubbles up. So how do we actually do this? Let's move from the theory, from the what and why, to the how. This is where we get into a really beautiful, simple journaling exercise called the Forgiveness Inventory. And it's something anyone can do right now, no matter how you're feeling about all this. And this part is so important. You do not have to wait until you feel forgiving. Gosh, what a huge pressure that would be. The only thing you need to start is just a little bit of willingness. A willingness to be curious and to just see what might happen if you try. That is it. The setup couldn't be easier. You just grab a piece of paper and you draw 2 lines to make 3 columns. The first one is for the universe or life, for all the times things just felt unfair. The second is for others. And the third, and let's be real, this is often the hardest one, is for myself. Then you just start listing things out. And yeah, it'll look something like this. Super simple, right? It's just a way to organize your thoughts. You might list big things, tiny things, specific names, or just vague feelings. The goal is just to get it out of your head and down on paper where you can see it. Now, here's the active part. For each thing you write down, the idea is to say this phrase, either out loud or just to yourself. I forgive you. I release you. You no longer have power over me. I release the resentment. And listen, if as you say that, a part of you screams, no way, that is perfectly okay. That's not a sign you're failing. It's just really good information. It's showing you where the energy is still stuck. That feeling of resistance, well, that's exactly what these questions are for. They help you get curious about it. What are you actually afraid would happen if you let this go? Maybe holding on makes you feel like you're still in control, or that you're somehow honoring the pain. Understanding the job that resentment has been doing for you is the key to finally letting it go. And that brings us to the final piece of the process. This is not about solving your entire life in one afternoon, not at all. This is about a small, gentle, symbolic action you can take to bring a little sense of closure, just for today. So the task is really simple. Choose one thing from your list. And please do not pick the biggest, hardest, scariest thing on there. Pick something small. Write it on a tiny piece of paper, fold it up, and just put it away somewhere. The physical act of setting it down makes that mental intention feel so much more real. And this right here,
This is the thought to end on. This isn't a one and done kind of thing. It's a practice. And by doing this little exercise, you are not saying you are done forever. You are simply giving yourself permission to be done for today. And honestly, that is more than enough.